Oh yeah, the audacity.
Yeah, it's facts. And then we got a clet.
We got
Sync
a
it up.
Oh,
I got a
do we?
clet, so like in editing,
Oh,
I gotta...
so that you line it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
All right, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to Visionary Talks, episode 3. Unfortunately, last week I couldn't make a podcast episode because scheduling didn't work out. But for this week, we got a new guest, Marius Mirabito, also known as Prac Jones.
How's it going, people?
Yeah, so
Prac Jones.
Introduce yourself.
So people that you know probably know me in real life. My name's Marius. Some people that I'll probably tweet this out and send to people over here. This is Prac Jones, competitive Madden player. I used to be a TikToker, but I haven't posted in a long time. Used to be TikToker.
Yeah, used to blow up.
Yeah, and we're here podcasting for the boys.
Yeah, for sure. So, like you said, he was a pro EA Sports player. Are you still pro? Like you play Madden recently?
So this season I haven't played for money. The last 2 Maddens before I was playing money games all year. This year I just kind of had more fun with it. I was getting into content creation.
Yeah.
We had the We Want Less Welker movement that took up like half of my year.
Yeah.
I thought that was fun.
That was really fun. If you haven't seen the video, check it out on his page, my page.
Yeah,
those are really good videos.
Yeah, so
I like them.
What happened basically for people probably aren't going to know what that is who are just tuning in, but we basically wanted a Madden card. So we did what we had to do to make that happen. We wanted Wes Welker to get upgraded. So I spent a majority of the year in Madden just making content and tagging EA in it. And eventually they actually looked at it and they reposted it.
Yep.
And we got the card made and we got tagged in it too. That was the best part about it.
That was awesome.
We got tagged in it.
Probably one of the best things we've been a part of.
Yeah. Ian was the editor in those videos. Yep. If you guys didn't know that. And yeah, that was honestly some of the most fun I've had content creating. I was gonna give up at the point where we actually got noticed.
Were you really?
Because I don't know. I didn't want to overdo it. I didn't want people to be like, all right, like the joke's old. Because nothing was happening.
That's true.
But one day I just opened my Twitter and my little notification bell was a bunch of notifications. Yeah. It was just a bunch of people tagging me, and I looked at it and it was the EA post.
That's awesome.
And I was like, that's actually really awesome.
Nah, because at first it was like, all right, we'll see what we can do with this. Right. See if it gets any traction.
It was a joke at first. Like I kind of thought it could blow up, but it was like mostly a joke. I didn't have any expectations. I just wanted to put out some content because I hadn't been putting out that much content.
Exactly.
I wanted to freshen things up.
Yeah.
It ended up being kind of a hit.
Yeah.
So like on accident. But.
Yeah, I know, but actually, it definitely sparked something for sure. But so when you say content, what form of content are you mainly focusing on? Because I see you what is it? You post on Twitter mostly?
Yeah, it's mostly Twitter. It's mostly clips. I've been playing some Weekend League this year. I was the highest I was in Weekend League. So for those who don't know what Weekend League is, every weekend, most of the competitive Madden players, but Madden players can get into this weekend setting where you all play each other and it takes like the best people and you keep going. It's like a tournament, but you don't get eliminated. And at the end of the weekend, it like ranks everyone from like first. It shows like the top 100, and then like you can get like little mini rewards.
That's cool.
I've been trying to just get as many top 100s as I can in that, so I've been getting some content out of that. That's awesome. Yeah, and I've been doing team updates for the Patriots theme team. Patriots theme team Twitter's been using my stuff to do their updates. Really cool. So yeah, I've just been doing a lot of content stuff this year. I think next year I might get back into competitive, just cause. Yeah, it seems kind of fun again.
Yeah, for sure.
Now that I have a little bit of a following as well now. I started this year with like 90 followers on Twitter because it was just kind of a joke Twitter.
Oh, that's how much you started?
I had like no followers on Twitter. Now I have like 1,300, which isn't crazy, but I mean for Madden,
compared to where you started,
and especially for Madden's such a small community right now.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah, so going back into competitive and actually like being able to maybe combine the two, do some competitive and make some content out of it. That'd be fun.
You plan to stream on Twitch? Like you used to?
I might do some Twitch. I don't know. I like clips mostly. You get something cool that happens and you put it on there.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of like what you did with your TikToks. So.
Yeah, TikToks. Those are fun.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do next season is try and do a little bit more of the competitive stuff because that was fun.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. This wind is blowing this umbrella around. It's like getting real creaky.
It's going to fall on us.
It's going to fall and break. But yeah, me and Marius have known each other for a while now. We've had some very insane memories, to say the least.
Just throw like a random picture on the screen right up here of just like us like years ago. I'm sure you have one from when like we were...
I'm sure there was one when we were at Star Hill, I think.
Yeah.
We had the
We prob-
Yoo-hoos.
yeah, there's
That's
probably
what it
like
was.
there's probably some kind of like cross country picture or something too. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Just put like some kind of throwback picture and then
Dude,
just pan back to
The
us.
cross-country pictures were... Oh, that was terrible. That was a crazy
And
time.
that's where it all started.
I did. So on this list, you have starting a pro wrestling school, too?
So yeah, so this is a fun fact. Most of the people on Twitter know because I've been kind of posting about it on there. So I'm going to pro wrestling school to learn how to be like a pro wrestler.
Really?
Yeah, that's
sick.
that's like the next mission. I don't know. For me, life is like, life's short. I know it's kind of like cliche to be like YOLO, you only live
Yeah,
once. But yeah, I mean, you really do only live once.
Yeah.
And once you kind of like get into life and you start working full time and like you start seeing people less, you really start to get it like, oh, you really do like
Yeah,
life is
exactly.
pretty short. So I've always been a person who likes to like try things. If I fail, then I fail.
Yep.
Who
Learn your lesson,
really
keep
cares?
moving on.
No one's paying as much attention to you as you think they are. So if you fail, I mean, at least you tried, and you could succeed. So it was something I've always wanted to do. Believe it or not, coming out of high school, because this is probably before we knew each other well enough for you to know this.
Mhm.
I didn't apply to any colleges out of high school. I had
Really?
no plans. I didn't take my SATs. I was going to go to wrestling school, and
I
then
didn't even know that.
and then I got accepted to a place called the Black and Brave Academy. It's now it's like one of the top wrestling schools. I was going to go when it initially opened. It was in Chicago, I think, but now it's in Iowa.
Mm.
But yeah, now they've got a wait list that's like 3 years, so like it's
Oh,
like the top
geez.
school now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna go there. I didn't really have the money to travel across the state. I was also only 18 at the time, and my parents were like, you probably do something more practical.
Yeah.
So then I went to community college. I gave the whole like regular practical life a try.
Yeah.
I've worked full time for a couple years. I've experienced the real world, and I'm just like, yeah, now that I have my own money, can support myself. I'm going to a wrestling school, one not across the country this time. Now I've got like a half-hour commute.
Oh,
I'm
that's
going
not bad.
after work. And yeah,
That's
I'm
pretty
gonna
good.
try and give that venture a try, and I'm excited.
No, that's really cool. And
It's-
you've been
it's-
in the gym lately, too.
I've been in the gym, so I bulked up from. I'm sitting at like 193 right now.
Okay, that's good.
If we have some ice cream or something, I might be able to get up to that 200 mark.
Yeah.
But
Ice cream is the key. I
yeah,
swear.
that's gonna be fun. The gym has been fun. I don't know why. I used to hate the gym.
Me too,
When
yeah.
we did cross country and track and there was weight room days,
Yeah.
I would be the person
I'd be
who
scared.
didn't go in the weight room. I would just go run more. I just was afraid of weights.
Yeah.
In high school, I couldn't bench the bar, so that might be one of the
Really?
reasons why I didn't want to go in there.
That's
'cause,
crazy. I didn't even know that.
I could not bench the bar. I don't know why, but I just avoided the weight room at all costs. And then I kind of tried it a little bit in college, and I was like, I'm not very good at it.
Mhm.
So I just kind of like strayed away
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
But I don't know. Through like lockdown and stuff, it was like there was nothing to do. So we had a little home gym, and I started doing a little bit. And I was like, when you stop like comparing yourself to other people, when you're
Yeah.
not in like the high school weight room, and you're not like scared to see like
Yeah,
how much you're
exactly.
bench pressing. When you can do like light weights and fail, like it's kind of fun to like keep grinding and
Yeah,
going.
for sure.
And over the past couple years, I've gotten a little bit bigger. Last year, like right coming out of the quarantine when like things were starting to open back up, I was like 165, 170
Really?
pounds. Yeah,
That's
so
crazy. So
it's really been all diet. I think that was the separating factor, because for a while, I just thought my genetics must be terrible. Gym's not for
Yeah.
me, because I was lifting for like probably a year pretty consistently, and I had
Mhm.
zero results. It was like I never went to the gym, so I was like,
Yeah.
bad genetics, gym's not for me. But
Yeah.
it was really all diet, so
Yeah, dieting, it's definitely the hardest part for
it's
sure.
been the game changer.
It changes everything, but I mean, like for example, if you want abs, if you want to get
Mhm.
bigger, it all starts in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So it's definitely
Mm.
a slept upon thing when it comes
Yeah.
to
I used to
working
think
out.
that was just like a cliche thing people said on like YouTube videos to get views, like, if you eat this, you'll get bigger.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, you just gotta lift a bunch of weights and it happens. But no, I didn't see any results at all until I started, hitting protein macros, and until I started getting my calories up.
Yep.
And making sure I was eating healthy foods too, because I tried bulking once. I was like, let me eat a bunch of chips. I'm bulking
Yeah,
up. It's like there's no nutrition in chips.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
You gotta eat actual like nutrients.
Yeah.
And yeah.
No, the
just-
cool part is you learn along the way too.
Exactly.
So it's like you start off like it's like a shot in the dark. Like you don't really know what's going on, and then all of a sudden, Dad's talking on the phone, and all of a sudden, like you get into it, and things just start changing.
Mm-hmm.
Like your mindset, confidence,
Definitely.
just everything. Like it just changes your life
All right.
basically.
Absolutely.
So And it's so weird because you're just lifting weights and like destroying your muscles. But
yeah, when you stop, seeing, because I mean, internet culture for the gym especially, if you go on TikTok, you'll see someone bench like 405 pounds.
Yeah.
You open the comments, you expect to be like, oh, nice job, man. It's all like bad form. I did this when I was 14 years old. It's like when you stop comparing yourself to people, it's infinitely better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because you're never gonna win if your goal is to impress people. Because there's always someone better who claims to be better. Some guy with no profile picture who did it when he was 13.
Yeah, exactly. It's you versus you.
Exactly.
At the end of the day.
That's the fun of it.
Just got to conquer the mind and just kind of be yourself. And I just read the book by David Goggins, Can't Hurt Me. That will literally change your outlook on life. I don't know if you read yours.
I did a while ago. I got it as a Christmas present when I was in like high school.
Yeah.
And I remember reading a bit of it then, but
it was definitely a read that you got to read, because it's just. I
still have it. Might get back into it.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
I guarantee you, if you read that, you'll attack life differently. Like, after I finished that book, I just kind of like saw everything I do, and it's all about just conquering your mind and being stronger mentally. And it's just, I don't know, you're capable of doing anything in this world. So it's
a lot of the times that's what it is your mindset. I mean, you see so many things going on, and you just kind of compare yourself to everything. And then sometimes you'll see like a podcast or something, or like even like a clip on like TikTok or something, where it just kind of like makes you go, oh shit, that person's right. Like you'll see a TikTok where it's like, who cares what other people think? And I bet a million people scroll by that and just kind of scroll. But if you really get into it and think about these little influences that are like, it's all in the mind, sometimes it is.
Yeah, it gets deep, and then you implement it into your life, and you're like, damn, this shit works.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, is you have to actually be a doer.
Yeah.
Some people talk about things like, I'm going to hit the gym this time and that time, and when this happens, I'll do this. I mean,
you can talk all you want.
A lot of it's just going and doing, and that's a lot of what I've been trying to do, is just not tell anyone what I'm doing. It's just go do it, and they'll see it if they want to see it. Exactly. If they don't want to see it, they won't. If they ask me about it, they ask me about it.
Yeah, stay low key.
I mean, that's been the big game changers, just doing things for me, because I feel like when you're in high school and college, because we're at that age where like you're not used to doing things for yourself. Like you do things because other people are going to see it, especially with social media.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You don't want to go into high school and someone goes, oh, I saw that YouTube video you did. And even if it was a good YouTube video, they're going to tell you it sucked,
bro. Like, because you guys probably don't know this, I started a Lego channel when I was like in 8th grade doing Lego animations. And growing up, I just got bashed because people were like, they saw me getting subscribers, but at the same time they're like, dude, you have a Lego channel, what the hell are you doing? Like, you're still a baby, like stuff like that.
Yeah, like even if things are like pretty quality, you're gonna get bashed. That's just the internet and people in general. If you want to find something negative, it's not that hard to find. All you gotta do is talk to someone, and you'll get it.
For sure. Because like now, like out of high school, everything's just different. Like people I didn't talk to are coming to me now for stuff, and it's like, it just kind of opens your eyes to things. Like, focus on yourself. Don't give a shit what anybody else thinks. Just do you.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds kind of like, some people would think that's like cringe. They'll be like, oh, this guy thinks he's a celebrity or something. This guy saw an inspirational in TikTok or something. But I mean, like, it can be cringe if you look at it that way. But I mean, just being able to have like that tunnel vision and only look forward. Like, if people think I'm cringe, like, I'm cringe, I guess.
It's their problem,
Like, I mean, because that's the thing with my maturity that's changed. Like, I'm kind of glad that I didn't go to a wrestling school in high school, because not in high school, but coming out of high school, I'm glad that I took the couple years to get a community college degree, go work full time, and make regular money, have my peers be adults, and kind of like see the real world.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if I went right out of high school, I would have been still scared. Like, these people are going to see this, these people are going to see that.
Yeah, it's so like all in your head.
Having those couple years to mature, and also to realize that it wasn't a phase. Like, I'm just not some kid that didn't want to go to college. I'm a kid that actually wanted to do it, and I've had these real experiences. I've worked the real world, and I still want to do it. Okay, it's not a phase. I can go ahead and actually give it a go. And having these life lessons that you learn, I mean, you don't really think about it, but I mean, you change as a person a lot in those few years out of high school.
No, it's crazy. Like, you wouldn't think it, but after high school, it's a whole new world. Like, none of that popularity stuff matters. You don't really care what anybody else is doing anyways. So
and it's hard to get that message across, though, because when you're in that moment, when you're like in those times, it really does matter to you. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, when I was in high school and even in college, like, I cared so much about what people thought, and I changed so much. Like oh, like this for that. These people aren't gonna like this shirt. Like,
Yeah.
oh, these people aren't gonna. Now I go to the gym in like my Pikachu pants.
Yeah,
and
facts. Yeah,
It's like
Pikachu short man. That's who
like-
this is.
like if people say something, then they say something. I'm gonna keep going because I have my own goals.
Yeah.
And, they're for me, and I think that's the biggest
yeah.
change. Is I used to want to like make sure that I impressed people. Like, oh, like this person posts on Instagram that they just had made the dean's list in college.
Yeah.
Like I gotta post something.
I gotta match
so that they don't think that I'm a loser or something.
Yeah, yeah,
And
exactly.
that used to be what it was, and if you try to keep up with everyone, then you're just gonna lose. Even if you're winning, you're gonna compare yourself to the wrong person.
And you're never gonna be happy because you're always comparing to other people. Because once you start comparing, you don't compare to anybody. Just focus on like yourself and the next goal to accomplish. Because setting goals is honestly the key to happiness, in my opinion, because it keeps you busy.
Yeah, it does.
It keeps
definitely.
you working towards the final destination. So.
Definitely, especially because I've experienced I've worked out of college I worked sales jobs and stuff,
Yeah.
and you make money, and I used to think money was the key to happiness. When I have money, I'll be golden. All my only issue is that I'm not rich or something, and not that I was rich or anything, but I was making good money, and I just still nothing changed.
Yeah.
And I really had to sit down with myself and be like, why aren't things changed? What's the issue? And it was that I was just comparing. Why do you want to make money? So that people think I'm doing good. That was the reason. And then I was like, bam, right there. So at that moment, I knew I didn't want to just chase money. I wanted to do whatever I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you still have to be able to live. Of course, you can't just my passion can't be like eating peanut butter and doing nothing. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, but I realized working sales jobs and being able to post on Instagram I'm doing good, guys.
Yeah.
But then when I put the Instagram story down, it's like, oh fuck, back to work. And,
Yeah. It's like
you
just
learn quick
short-term
that's not fun.
validation. That's all it
Yeah.
is. So, and the thing is we both went through depression.
Yeah, for sure.
You went through really bad depression.
Yeah,
at one point.
I've gone through my fair share, but I mean, you gotta take it. It's hard to give mental health advice because everyone's different. Everyone's in it for their own reason. So I don't like to tell people there's this end all be all answer.
Yeah.
But I mean, you just gotta take the time to know that there will be an answer.
Yep.
I mean, for me, I thought life's over, but I was working a job that I hated. I was like, okay, I took the route in life that I didn't want to take. This is over. And then I really, I saw a video, believe it or not. It was Gary Vee. Now I'm not a big Gary Vee guy.
Yeah.
I'm not a big social media, I don't know what you want, influencer guy at all.
Yeah.
I don't really like to take people's words for gold.
Yep.
But one thing that I did take was when Gary Vee said something about someone being 30. He was like, "Oh, perfect. You're young. That's great." I mean, and it really puts into perspective. At least I'm not old, and it really is too.
Oh, yeah.
Because one day, if I'm lucky enough to live a happy, healthy life, I will be old. And at this point, I was feeling sorry for myself. I was like, oh, I'm 22. Life's over. At that point, I was probably a little younger. I'm 22 now. I was 21. Life's over. But it's you see, there's NFL rookies that are going into their first year of the NFL. They're 27.
It's crazy.
There's a mission for everyone. Some people take a little bit of extra time in one location to get to the next journey.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
it all did come back to comparison in the end, because I would just scroll social media and see everyone just doing good, and I just felt like I had to just make it look like I was doing good, or else they were gonna be like, man, look at him.
Yeah.
He was the odd one out. And at the end of the day, it's who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares?
It's your life. Do what makes you happy.
Some people are gonna listen and be like, yeah, that's cringe, bro. But I mean, so be it.
Yeah.
So be it if it's cringe. I mean, you got to just do things for yourself.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a great message. And one thing I saw beforehand too was you got to embrace the ups and downs in life. So you got to embrace the negative times as much as the positive times. Because if you don't balance that stuff out, you're gonna feel super high at one point and super low at another point.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing I also heard too is if it just stays neutral, nothing's gonna change, because just like your heart, if your heart beats neutral, you're gonna die, and it means you're dead. So if it keeps fluctuating, that's a good thing. So you gotta embrace the hard times too.
Yeah, definitely. There's lessons to learn in the hard times. There's positives. I've gone through my fair share of things, but I mean, there's little lessons to learn. I feel like at the age of 22, I feel like I've experienced a lot of things.
Yep.
So I feel like going into my next journeys in life, I'll be matured.
Yep.
So I mean, that's a good thing to take out of it, because when I was 18, I was very much the opposite of mature.
Mm-hmm.
I was not ready to do anything of responsibility, but I thought I was at the time. But
Yeah.
I'm glad, in a weird way, I'm glad that I took the weird road that I did, because now I've experienced a lot. I've learned a lot about the real world.
Yeah.
And I'm only 22 right now, so
Yeah, the best test is life.
yeah.
It's okay to fail.
Mm.
You learn your lesson afterwards and you just bounce back. So everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Do we got any more topics?
let me check. I was gonna say one more thing. I totally forgot what I was gonna say. But oh yeah, me spraying sunscreen in your eyes.
That's a topic we have to cover. The
That's-
first time I ever met Ian. So the story is weird, because thinking back on it, I don't know why I asked you to do it in the first place, because I
Yeah.
could have done it myself. But we were at a mutual friend of ours' house,
Mm.
and it was sunny. It was a sunny day outside, so I asked Ian to help me with the sunscreen for some reason. And this is why the story is weird to me, is because I don't know why I just didn't do
Yeah, I
it
know.
myself. But I give Ian the sunscreen, and he particularly looks me in both of my eyes and goes psh, psh, and sprays both of my eyes.
I don't even think I said a word to you yet. I was
No,
just like,
I didn't
just
know
there.
at all. But yeah, that was our first encounter together ever, and
Yeah.
I was like, this guy is weird.
Yeah, I know.
This-
This was
this
a
was-
goofy time.
To this day, that's just a running joke. Like
Oh,
this,
yeah.
this man just sprays people in the eye with sunscreen.
Nah, I was an interesting dude back then. There's a lot of running jokes about me back in my days. 9th and 10th grade. Oh, that was something else. But
Here
those
we
are
are
good
now,
days.
doing things.
Yeah, moving on in life.
Exactly.
Embrace the memories, but don't be afraid to change and level up
Definitely.
in life.
Yeah, dude. Do what you got to do.
So, what are your future plans other than wrestling school?
So yeah, wrestling school. I'm gonna do content. So I have a little job that I'm doing now still, just because things cost money. To be
Yeah.
able to produce content before you're making enough money off of it, and to be able to go to wrestling school before you're able to do shows and get paid for it. So I am working a job right now, and my plan is just to progressively make the spectrum more from job and then doing these things to
Yep.
these things making a little bit more
Become a job at some point.
And the great thing is it used to be like, I just want to make money, and now that I've made money and realized that it's not happiness.
Yep.
My goal is just to make enough money to sustain, so that I can do the things that I like, which are those wrestling and gaming. I mean, getting into those spheres
Just find like your
and just
Find
doing the
your
things
niche.
that make you happy.
Yeah, exactly. Find the things that bring you joy in life and do them every single day. And just keep working on your craft.
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll have a follow-up podcast in a couple years, and we're both doing our things more. That's the great part about the documentation. That's why I like doing things like this, because we're kind of like
We're
in the start of our
process,
journeys. Like, we both have things that we've done, but like there's still so much more.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I feel like I'm just beginning. Like even though that I've done these cool things in Madden, like I've won money, I've gotten the content made that has gotten noticed, but like I feel like that's just the start. Like I still want to do so much more.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, some people would just be happy with that, but I don't know.
And that's after hours and hours and hours of practicing, and
Definitely.
consistently working on like your craft. too,
just
so.
enjoying what you're doing and just wanting to be better. I just there's definitely more that I want to do, and hopefully we do have a follow up in a couple years where we're like, hey, we did these things,
did this,
and
let's
then we can talk
talk
about and keep going. That's the goal.
No, it's definitely a great idea for sure, because then you can look back on it, reflect on it,
For sure.
and just prove, if you stay consistent and stay focused on the end goal in mind, it's more than likely going to, come to fruition.
Definitely.
So it's definitely, important to document the journey.
Mm-hmm. Just gotta remember, things can take some time. Not everyone walks into the gym their first day and benches that 4 or 5. There is a journey that comes up to it. They just don't often show it.
Yep.
So I mean,
Just like embracing the struggles too.
comparison's gonna be your worst enemy. So just do what you enjoy. Try and black out the noise. It can be hard in this day and age because you're surrounded by peers and you're surrounded by social media, even when you're not around your peers.
Yep.
But try your best and just surround yourself by the things that you enjoy.
Yeah, and embrace change. It's
Embrace
okay to change.
Change is okay.
Your environment, you are your environment, first of all. So if you start hanging out with different people because you're onto different things, that's a good thing. So
Yeah, definitely don't tie yourself to the people you're around. I mean, I mean, you don't want to just become, a jerk. You don't want to just, be that guy who thinks he's better than everyone. But also don't limit yourself to where you're around now. Always be open to the idea, why not me? Why not me?
Yeah, for sure.
Because you'll see these people and be like, oh, you'll look at them from the outside, but you got to have the mindset of, why not me? Why can't I be the person doing that?
Exactly. That's the best thing you can ask yourself. Why not me? Because at the end of the day, anybody can do anything. Just look at all the successful people in life.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think we got some good topics down.
Yeah.
I have to end the pod a little bit earlier this time. It's at
dying.
like 25, so been a little busy this weekend. The camera's a little low on battery.
It's a nice quick one though.
But it was definitely a nice quick one. Hope you guys got some massive value from this. Once again, this is Prac Jones, Marius Murabito.
When they're seeing this, I'm probably going to be 23 years old. We're going to upload this Sunday, right?
Yeah, so, on his birthday.
Yeah.
So happy birthday to this man right here. Leave a comment down below saying happy birthday.
Appreciate it.
And check out his Instagram right here.
It's going to be right here.
And Twitter. Big things coming.
Right
so once again, this is Visionary Talks episode 3 with your host Ian McQueeney. I'll catch you guys on the flip. Peace out. Let's get it.